He was a man who had it all: charm, charisma, and a thriving luxury brand. But what the world didn't know was that he built his empire on deception, while his wife, a silent billionaire investor, managed the core of their fortune behind the scenes. He had fallen for another woman, his mistress. Beautiful, ambitious, and hungry for power, the mistress was everything he thought he wanted. He introduced her to the company as a new face, a rising star, someone who would revolutionize the brand. And to the outside world, it looked like she did. He lavished her with gifts, designer handbags, penthouse keys, and her own titled business partner. She flaunted her success in the public eye, soaking in the fame and attention. Red carpets, press events, gala appearances, her presence dominated the headlines. Unbeknownst to her, every deal she signed, every brand campaign she claimed credit for, was orchestrated by the real mind behind the empire, his wife. From a quiet distance, the billionaire wife observed. She never interrupted, never warned. She simply watched, because she knew that, and soon so would everyone else. The mistress moved fast. Power, she believed, was hers. She ordered department heads around, redesigned the brand image, and appeared in magazines with bold claims of building from the ground up. Staff whispered behind closed doors. They knew who really owned the company, but no one dared speak. The husband shielded her, keeping up the illusion, not out of love, but fear. Fear that the mistress would find out the truth and destroy them all. She expanded recklessly, hired friends with no experience, and started treating the company like her playground. But she mistook fame for control. Real power doesn't scream. It waits. The wife, meanwhile, quietly updated legal frameworks. Every document was bulletproof, every signature traceable. She was still the majority shareholder, still the founder, still the queen. The mistress was just a figurehead. But a storm was coming, and the mask was about to fall. The first crack came as an anonymous envelope. Inside, legal documents, ownership records, signed agreements that bore names she didn't recognize. One that sent chills down her spine. The wife's name. She stormed into the office. The man tried to calm her. She was just an investor, he lied. But the lie was tired. Her eyes said it all. Distrust had settled in. She began digging. Employees clammed up. One quietly slipped her a USB drive. Another sent her grainy security footage showing the wife walking through restricted company floors. The mistress couldn't sleep. Her phone buzzed with whispers. Do you even own the brand? One message read. She tried logging into the system. Access denied. She felt the walls closing in. What was once hers now seemed to fade. The power she thought she had. Just a borrowed crown on a borrowed throne. Then came the headline. Founder of luxury brand to speak out. And she knew this wasn't her story anymore. The press conference was streamed globally. Dressed in white, calm and sharp, the wife stepped to the podium. She didn't yell. She didn't accuse. She simply presented proof, legal documents, ownership filings, video statements from board members, and finally a signed statement of silent control. She had always owned it, quietly, legally, strategically. The mistress watched from her penthouse. Her wine glass slipped from her hand. The man? Gone, silent. His charm had run dry. Back at headquarters, security guards replaced nameplates. Her name removed. The wife's initials returned. When she rushed to the building, cameras caught her screaming at the gates. This is my company. She cried, but no one opened the doors. Inside, the wife sat calmly at the head of the table. The staff smiled. The shareholders applauded. The empire had come home. Peace returned, not through vengeance, but through presence. The wife didn't gloat. She rebuilt. The brand's identity was reshaped with class, humility, and direction. Employees who once feared the mistress now thrived. The chaos was gone. In its place, vision returned. She made appearances, but only when necessary. She knew power wasn't about being seen. It was about being respected. A man faded into the background. Alone, bitter, and powerless, he watched his wife flourish, knowing he handed the keys to the wrong woman, and lost both. The mistress? She was now tabloid gossip. Stories of her fall from grace fed the internet for weeks. Her social media disappeared. No brand, no followers, no purpose. But the wife never mentioned her again, because true queens don't look back. They build forward. And in golden letters on the wall, behind her executive chair, a new plaque was installed. Founder, visionary. The real owner behind the brand